I started to post about my passive income updates on my Instagram at HoneyMoneySG everyone. And while some of you are really motivated to see if you can achieve the same level of passive income for yourself, there will still be others who are doubtful and will think that passive income is just a myth. In this video, I will share about my 7 sources of passive income that is not coming from my main job, which is currently in YouTube content creation, so that you can review and judge for yourself whether that is real passive income or not. And I'll read them one by one so you can have a clearer idea on that. Number 1 is bank interest income from high interest savings account. By now, you should be familiar that I use the UOB One account, which gives you effective 5% per annum return on your first $100,000 worth of deposits. The requirement is that you need to meet a minimum spend of $500 per month on eligible credit cards like UOB Evo, UOB Ladies or UOB One, and you have to credit a monthly salary of $1,600 into the UOB One account. Then some of you may have the challenge of meeting the salary credit of $1,600, which you can head over to my community Telegram group at HoneyMoneySG, where you can ask over 8,000 people how to do it, and some experts will help guide you on this criteria. So join us at HoneyMoneySG Telegram. Now, what if you have no credit card spend? Then you can look at another alternative, which is OCBC 360 account. Because even without credit card spend, you could get an effective interest of 4% per annum if you just do a salary credit of $1,800 and you increase your monthly savings by an incremental amount of $500 every month. And that 4% per annum will apply on your first $100,000 as well. So if you're looking at my example of UOB One account getting 5% per annum interest on the first $100,000, I'll be getting around $400 of interest every month, which is pretty good, right? $400 could pay a lot of bills. But I'll give a passive income rating of 3/10 because it is not really passive. You have to work for it. In fact, you have to do salary credit and spend a minimum of $500 every month. So there is nothing passive about it. It's just that the interest income is passive, but the action to work towards that interest income eligibility is not passive. In fact, it's quite some management and work to do. But will I say it's worth it? Yes, $400 is a relatively good return. And moving on to my second passive income source, that will be money market funds. The portfolio of money market funds will be in low risk investment assets, either from government, securities or banks. And for money market funds, I do put in a 5-figure amount into Moomoo Cash Plus, which as of the recording date is giving you around 3.8% per annum of yield on the Fullerton SGD Cash Fund, which also means that for every $10,000 placed inside this Cash Plus account, you're getting around $1 back daily. So a 30-day yield will net you around $31 a month. Now on top of that, if you participate in some Moomoo promotions, you can get like their fun cash coupons, whereby you can get bonus cashback like $10 or 8.8% upside returns for a limited time period. So you see, these returns can go as high as 8 to 10% per annum. And my passive income rating for money market funds will be 8/10. It's highly passive. There is really not much work you need to do. In fact, you just have to deposit the money into Moomoo, and then under Smart Save, it will just auto subscribe to the money market funds for you on your idle cash. And you can see your daily returns as fast as 3 work days because the yield will be generated daily and credited to your Moomoo Cash Plus account. But why is it not 10/10 is because investment returns are not guaranteed. But if you want a really guaranteed yield, Moomoo is offering you 5.8% per annum on their National Day promotion, which lasts till 31st August 2023. Welcome to a brand new offer with Moomoo as we celebrate the 58th National Day of Singapore, because you can now get up to 700 Singapore dollars of welcome rewards. Like for example, you can get 5.8% per annum guaranteed return when you subscribe to their Moomoo Cash Plus Money Market Fund, and at a max subscription of $80,000 for 30 days, you will get up to $380. Next, if you make a deposit of $3,000, make 3 buy trades and hold the cash deposit for 30 days, you can get 1 C limited stock worth up to 80 Singapore dollars. And finally, if you have more money to deposit up to a cumulative 10,000 Singapore dollars and make 5 buy trades, you can get 1 Apple stock for free, which is worth up to 240 Singapore dollars. So all in all, you're looking at 700 Singapore dollars worth of rewards when you sign up, deposit and trade with Moomoo. So don't miss this offer. Use my referral link down below or scan the QR code right here to get your Moomoo account today. My next passive income source is from dividends, and dividends, to be put it simply, it is cash paid out from the company's profits to reward shareholders who are investing in them. So how to receive dividends? You have to invest in companies which are paying out dividends, and such examples are like your Singapore REITs like the Mapletree, your Frasers, your Capital Land REITs, all this, and even including your banks, DBS, OCBC, UOB are all paying around a good dividend yield of 4 to 5%. If you want to look at the foreign markets, even your big tech companies like Apple and Microsoft are paying a very small percentage of dividends. So to tally out my second quarter 2023 dividends, that's around $800 to $900 per quarter. So that will average around $300 per month. If I were to give a passive income rating to dividends, I'll rate it 5/10 because dividends are definitely not guaranteed and it will align with the company's performance. The dividend payout may gradually fall if the company is not performing well enough, but it will be a good gauge of whether the company is doing well if the dividends consistently increase over the long period. Next passive income source is bond coupons from retail bonds. And retail bonds are something very different. It is considered a low-risk investment because you are just lending out money to these companies and then they are paying you back in interest. I do have retail bonds from two companies, which is Astria, namely the Astria 5 and the Astria 7, as well as a Fraser's Green retail bond. It is about $5,000 for each placement and around 4% per annum of bond coupon. And they are paid out twice every year, so every 6 months I will receive the bond coupon. So that is around $200 per year per placement, so 3 placements that will be around $600 per year. Passive income rating, I'll give it 6/10. It's fairly passive, I don't have to monitor or do anything, but of course it is still an investment. And if you look at the history of retail bonds like high flux perpetual securities, it just crashed and every investor lost their money in the high flux. So there is a certain level of risk that you must be able to accept if you buy into retail bonds. But what if you want something similar to this kind of retail bonds and much lower risk? Then there will be my next income source, which is Singapore savings bonds. These are low-risk bonds issued by the government securities and it is as risk-free as it can get. For the current month application, we are looking at a 10-year annualized yield of 2.99% per annum, which is fairly good if you want to lock in the long-term interest rates. And you can use either cash or SRS to buy the Singapore savings bond, but not your CPF ordinary account funds. Take note that the maximum subscription per user is $200,000 for Singapore savings bonds. So you cannot exceed that. And with my current SSB portfolio, I'm drawing around $1,400 per year or $116 per month. I'll give a passive income rating of 9/10, and in fact this is the highest rating because you can guarantee the rates for the real long term and it's low risk, but of course if compared to other passive income instruments, that is considered much lower returns. Something similar to Singapore savings bond will be my next passive income source, which is T-bills. Now for SGS treasury bills, or we call them T-bills in short, you can use either your cash, your CPF OA or SRS to buy them. In fact, if you look at the recent T-bills results, it was offering 3.99% per annum and I used 20,000 of my CPF OA funds to buy into that T-bill. Which means if I did my calculation of 3.99% multiplied by 182 days over 365 days multiplied by my $20,000 invested amount, that will be $398 of yield. And the good thing about T-bill is that unlike SSB, the yield is received upfront as a discount. So for my $20,000 which is bought through CPF OA, I only need to pay $20,000 minus $398 plus $2.16, which is a CPF transaction fee. And that means only $19,604 was deducted from my CPF. And at the end of the 6 months T-bill holding period, I can redeem $20,000 back into my CPF OA. So that's how T-bills work. You receive the yield upfront and then at the end of the period, you redeem back at par value. For T-bills, I'll give a high rating of 9/10 for passive income as well because it is super passive, relatively high yield of close to 4%. But the thing is that it's really for a short period of time. So that's where the 1 point is deducted. My last passive income source is from credit card cashback. And I know what some of you are thinking already. Isn't that credit card cashback really little even if you use like the best in class cashback cards? Like UOB Evo is capping at $40 per month. How is that a good passive income source? And you need to make your monthly eligible spend and all that nitty terms and conditions stuff. How is that even a good passive income source? So yes, I will agree with you. In fact, for my passive income rating for credit card cashback, I'll give it a 1/10 because there's too much effort to track all this. But you see, it's the little money that adds up over time to become a sufficient income source. In fact, if I look back at my year to date credit card cashback returns for 2 persons combined credit card strategy that sum up to around $5,000 over a period of 6 months. This will include normal retail spend cashback, credit card welcome offers, and also some special bank and credit card promotions, whereby for certain spending promotions, you get additional bonus cashback for that month. Anyway, I did not list my credit card cashback as one of my passive income sources on Instagram because I felt that is not replicable. It all depends on your personal spending pattern within the family. Now, if you think $5,000 of cashback over 6 months is a lot of money, I think this is just an underestimation. In the second half of the year, I expect this credit card cashback to accelerate even further because I've learned some new strategies from my private community as well. What is this private community, you may ask? It is from my ACCM paid course, Advanced Credit Card Mastery, whereby we gather like-minded individuals who are interested in working out the best strategies for credit card. And if you want to be part of our 200 over members private community, you can refer to this video where we can show you the ways to replicate this strategy so that you can earn it as a passive income source as well.